Is the 14th of January, so let's have a look at what has been happening. First of all, I start off on my 1 hour time frame to look to see where price has been and gone overnight, and mark up my let's just take that off, my previous day high, which was here, and my previous day low. Let me just clean some of these markers off, because there is nothing more annoying than all of these execution labels and markets. But as you can see, I did do a couple of trades yesterday, and some are good, some are bad, but overall they were good. I'm also going to take off my price levels for now, just so I can see where I am. So previous day high, we left those two equal highs there intact, and this is the previous day low. And as you can see, we've already broken it quite significantly with a down, this big down candle at 5 o'clock this morning. So let's have a look and see where we're at. So I then drop down to my 5-minute chart. On this 5-minute chart, I am marking up from from 6 o'clock, from after 6 o'clock yesterday. I mark up my highest and lowest PDOA, fair value gap, whatever you want to call it, and I'm using this one here. Let me just delete that and do it again from here. I'm using this one because it's kind of like the most, let's say, obvious. Let's extend it to the right. Here we go. There is one, where else? So that was 6 o'clock here. But yeah, I think that's good enough. And then what I am going to do is to mark my range with my fib tool. I can already see that price has gone lower than my range, so I'm going to just mark my range like that. And we'll see how, how price has traversed. So as you can see, price has kind of been bouncing off this 50% of that range. It's gone through the bottom. This blue area box is a 1 hour fair value gap. And it's reached the extension now. According to my model, when price passes outside, it goes to this area. So technically, my trade model has already happened. So I'm going to wait and see what happens at 9:30, because to be honest with you, I just don't know right now, because price has already reached what would have been my target if this had happened at 9:30, for example. So then at 9:30, we could either, I'll wait to see if price rejects again here and goes back lower down to this area, which would be an unfilled gap from a previous day, or it could continue up higher. Conscious that we've got some liquidity built up along here, this line here, and we could continue up higher, and maybe even take the previous day high. I'm not too sure. When we look at the 1 hour, yeah, I mean, it's quite a significant drop down. It could be just a retrace to go further down lower. As I say, I am very conscious of those two equal highs up here. And anything else, what's down here? Well, obviously we've been building liquidity here. If we drop below any of these, and we still got this big gap down here. So yeah, who knows what happens today. Okay, so I'm now going to just talk through my analysis and tape reading ahead of the 9:30 open. So I'm first of all looking at this 5 minute fair value gap and stretching it out, and you can see how price is bouncing off it a little bit, seeing if it's going to stay as an inverted fair value gap. I've also added on the the price levels to see where price is. And as you can see, we're still at that 1.618 extension from our magic lines. And we're sitting there on the 75% or 25% mark of that price range. So in my mind at this point, as we're approaching the 9:30 open, I'm thinking that fair value gap has been inverted. We'll either create a swing and move on higher, go up higher, or we will slam through it and actually drop down lower to that bottom pink line, which is a previous magic line from another day. So as you can see, we're not quite at 9:30. I've dropped down to the 1 minute time frame. It's 9:27. You can see we've had a move up higher. We're at that price level. We're kind of bouncing off. We've had that drop lower. And this is a strong indication. I'll be honest with you, at this point, I'm just trying to wait and be patient. I personally probably would have jumped in, but I'm just trying to wait and wait and wait because, I could be wrong. As you can see, price did slam lower, so that was correct. But still, that doesn't mean I've missed the move entirely. And so now I am looking to see if there is a reversal taking place to the upside to take us back into our magic lines. We've gone up higher. We've now taken the liquidity. And I'm looking for a retracement to get in to the upside, right? So there we have it. I put on my stop loss, and I'm thinking price is going to go up and bounce off that first fair value gap. Now, yep, I am up a little bit, but price is looking, wow, these are big black candles, right? So I'm thinking, okay, we're just bouncing around here for a little while, but eventually we should turn up. But as you can see, it hit my stop loss and I'm out. So now I have to reassess the situation, and I move back and forth between the 5 minute and the 1 minute just to see what's happening, and I'm looking for a 5 minute swing. Again, I am looking at price reversing to the upside, but then I think actually no, and so I actually enter here for a short position. I think that's the pullback, and we can actually just take that and ride it down to the range low, which would be 100 points or so. I've put on the stop loss. I've actually entered a second trade to maximize, but I'm not extending the length. And just kind of really monitoring and managing this trade. I'm looking at, my key things to look for there were the time, so 9:45, we see the retracement, and then at 9:50 or 51, I find that you get that additional optimum entry, which is what I was looking at. So it's the question is this actually a reversal or not? I'm not too sure, so I'm just going to manage my risk. And as we're at 50% or equilibrium of that price range, I really wanted it to close below that price range, which it has done. And as you can see, there we go, it hit my take profit. Obviously, it continued lower, but that was enough for me. Thanks for watching. Let me know how you got on as well.